Pacquiao Art of Sports here with the great Hoya Diaz. Here at LA Fight Club, man, what do you think about the fights tonight?
It was a great card. I really enjoy watching these up-and-coming fighters. They put up really good fights. You know, they're hungry. They're excited to move up in levels. That's why they perform the way they perform. You know, this is the good sport of boxing is when you're starting from the bottom, you put up great fights like we saw tonight.
You have a fighter yourself, Diego De La Hoya, who's going to be fighting on LA Fight Club, I believe in February, I think it is. How's he looking?
February 19th, we'll be back. Diego De La Hoya is one of the most talented up-and-coming fighters that we got. He's training really, really hard. You know, with Diego De La Hoya, it's a tough task because, you know, he's related to the promoter. You know, he's a talented kid. And even before he turned pro, a lot of trainers wanted to train him because of the name, the talent, the resume that he carries behind him. And, you know, all of a sudden I get a call and they asked me if I would be interested in training him. And I said, okay, sure. They brought him to me, and up to now he's 13-0. And he's had some tough fights. He's fought some experienced veteran fighters, and he's proven himself. And he's getting better every time. That's one of the kids right now that will be a world champion in the near future, and more likely will be a superstar because he's improving, he's maturing, he has power, he has speed, he's very charismatic, and he has everything it takes to become a world champion.
Is that different pressure for you as well, being that like he's the promoter's like nephew? Is that like a different like thing for you to kind of deal with?
It is, because from the beginning, if they put him in my hands, they believe in me, in my ability as a trainer. I mean, I gotta be on it because anything that goes wrong, it always falls on me. And I mean, I'm talking about the main promoter, which is Oscar De La Hoya. That's his family. So having him with me is like, I gotta be on him all the time. Make sure that everything's going well, training goes well, make sure that he's feeling good. And you know, everything's critical, just the fact that he is family.
One of your other fighters, Ruslan Provodnikov, is he in camp? When will he be back in camp, and what's next for him?
I got a message from his management that he will be in camp mid-February. I think they're scheduling him to fight in April. Who? We don't know yet. In the beginning, there's been talks about him going a rematch against Mauricio Herrera again. There's been talks about him going against against Matisse. And lately, his manager brought up a name, which I think is pretty interesting, and that would be Antonio Orozco. Young, tough kid. You know, so Ruslan Provodnikov is not going to have an easy fight, you know, and every fight that he's in, he's going to have an exciting fight.
Well, all those matchups are good, especially all those rematches too. That'll be fun. A fighter who used to be with you, Timothy Bradley, just recently signed to fight Pacquiao for the third time. What are your thoughts on that fight and how that's going to go down?
Well, you know, that's a fight that one day Bradley mentioned after his second fight, just talking about possible opponents or possible fights in the future for him, and he says, you know what, Pacquiao and I are going to do it again. We're going to get back. We're going to meet again for the third time. But I don't really pay much attention to it. You know, to me, I didn't think it was that important. But it didn't catch me off guard. Now Mayweather wants to retire. Pacquiao wants to retire. I'm sorry. And he's been in the ring with Bradley twice. You know, and I just feel that it's gonna be a fight depending on the status of both fighters. We know that Manny Pacquiao had an injury on the fight with Mayweather. Depends on how he is from that injury, how he performs now at his age, you know, and after the injury. And Bradley as well, you know, Bradley has fought him twice, and he's had injuries twice. You know, one time it was his ankle, and the second time was his calf. So, you know, it's gonna be a fight where they're both gonna go in there and do their thing. Tim Bradley always prepares himself 100%. He's gonna give Manny Pacquiao the best Timothy Bradley, and Pacquiao as well. You know, he's gonna be there to fight. He already felt Tim Bradley's punch. You know, now it's either he's gonna take it to him from the beginning, or he's gonna keep waiting for him or moving around. But we'll see. You know, it's interesting to see what Teddy Atlas has in plans for this fight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, some great insight there, and really appreciate your time, man, and can't wait to see Diego and some of your other fighters coming up, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.